Greetings! Are you ready to draw a dinosaur? Because I am. Oh, I'm gonna draw a dinosaur so hard. It's gonna be the most dinosaur of sore. First, we must post everywhere. Post everywhere. Post the post. The post is important. Yay! Yay! Hello, Robot Stellar! Hello, hello, hello! Right, and stream announcement over here. I'm gonna plonk the VOD channel in chat, where hopefully people can notice it. There we go. VOD channel, there we go. Plonk. Okay then, so the good news is, I have a dinosaur to draw. It's a Vulcanodon, which is a smallish sauropod, from Zimbabwe, from Africa, early Jurassic, before they got super big. So yeah, we're gonna be drawing that, because I think that's exciting. But first there's a warm-up drawing. Hello, Dreekfire! First we need a warm-up drawing. And I'm just going to draw what my heart desires, because I think that's funny. Alright, let's just go here. Let's do this instead. Some kind of vague dinosaur shape to start us off. Vague dinosaur shape to start us off. Okay then, now, how to do this? Little short legs, like so. Straight, pillar erect, because why not? And there we go. Hey, 19LG99. Let's go on. Standard issue dinosaur. Standard issue dinosaur. Simply must standard issue dinosaur. Right, that is not ideal, but it will do. Gotta love the warm-up drawing. It is fun. It is fun. Jolly good. Jolly good, jolly good, jolly, jolly, jolly good. Jolly good, jolly good. Don't worry, there is a trick here, what we're going to be doing with this fella. Because today's dinosaur is Vulcanodon. So, we're going to draw a volcano dinosaur, just because we can. It's going to look like a turtle. I think you can see where this is going. There we go. Right, how do I draw again? Drawing is important. How do I do it? Okay then, let's do this. And do this. Whoopsie daisy. So we got eyes like so. And here. Like so. He's being a little cheeky, this guy. He's being a little cheeky. Okay, I love that face already. That's funny. Okay, volcano time. Are you ready for volcano time, people? I hope so. Here it comes. Whoosh. I'm drawing a Pokemon, I just realized. I'm drawing a slightly flirty Pokemon. Slightly flirty. And go here. And we're gonna go... What are we gonna do? We're gonna go... We're gonna go like so. Puff, 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 puff. And then bright orange like so. And here, and a little bit of chocolate dribbles. Chocolate dribbles, just ugh. Do not worry. This dinosaur is immune to lava. Don't worry about the lava, he's just happy to see you. I mean, wait, what? I can just go off the screen. Oh, I drew that all in the background, did I? Oh dear. Oh, I really did it now, didn't I? I really done did it. That's okay. And we will name, not background, that. Cheeky Sword, Premature Eruption. Yeah, you know, sometimes... sometimes you have a premature eruption and there's nothing to be ashamed of. Absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. It happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. For some reason, the Kurzgesagt quote just popped into my head. Is like, beyond a certain size, paraphrasing, beyond a certain size, volcanoes don't change the weather. They are the weather. Actually, I think they said climate. Right, not background. Just going to gently do this. Yep, definitely gonna need to redo this because I've done goofed. This is why the warm-up drawing is what. You gotta love how this is an art studio. The first thing I drew. First thing I do is draw on the wrong layer. Literally the first thing I do. So I do. Now we need to really make this work. There we go. And it's gonna be layer, match the image size. This is just gonna be very smoky off in the distance, like so. Okay, I'm just gonna do this as well. Very basic shadow. Very basic. And where's it? Color, brightness, contrast. Even this is better than nothing. There we go. Maybe a bit of a glow. Maybe a little bit of a glow as a treat. As a treat. As a treat. Let's do a glow. You know what I should do? Hold on. Flipped. and flipped. And let's move this way a little bit. Move the glow this way a little bit. Move the background this way a little bit. And layer. What is it? Layer, match to image size. There we go. We're going to stretch this. It's a nifty trick I learned in the content mines of 79. There we go. And text. And we're gonna do, what are we gonna do here? Oh dear, this dinosaur's a menace. This dinosaur has a restraining order. Also, if that's a full-size volcano, this dinosaur is massive. Hold on. I actually prefer the smaller... text a little bit, yeah. There's our warm-up. There is our warm-up. Okay then, we're gonna save that. In GIMP work, where is it? And we're gonna save that as warm-up volcano dino. Save, and also I'm going to export it because I can do that as well. I have the power, did you know? So how are we doing today, chat? Now that we've had our lovely little warm-up. Where was I going? Border art, stream pictures. There we go. Hooray! Now let's get cracking on the actual dino. Warm-up only took 12 minutes. Okay then, let's proceed. Let us proceed. Drawing. Reference. Size reference. There we go. Drawing goes all the way over there. Size reference, easy peasy. Okay, let's go copy image there, and size images here. So this is not a big fella. This is a modestly sized sauropod. Quite modest indeed. There we go. And reference is the actual skeleton, which is not much. You don't do this. Right, so search Google for that. Skeleton. Where's Scott? Alright, so the Wikipedia one is basically the only convenient one that there is. So we will roll with that. We will roll at the speed of roll. That's a massive file. Why have I done this to myself? There we go. That goes there. Okay then, I need to go find a close relative of this guy. Right, what have you been found? Description. Ooh. Oh, this thing has been... Okay. Oh, awesome. Okay, so its relative, Tazudasaurus, has a basically complete skeleton. So, gonna do that. Skeleton. Has my boy Scott Hartman done a thing? Oh boy, this is one of the more obscure ones, ain't it? Oh boy. Scott, bro, have you done it? Nope. Nope. Well, Google is bad. Oh dear. We're not gonna really come right here. Ooh. Is that really the best I can do? Is that the best we can do? I'm looking at a reference here. It's like, that might be the best we can do. Ooh. Right, that is our second reference. Reference to teeny tiny. Gonna flip this around so it's the right way around. So we're gonna go there, and I'm just going to put some text here, so I remember what skeleton this actually is. What about participating in the global economy by exporting his drawing? Exactly, that's what we do around here. So just gonna copy this. Let's go here. Perfect. Reference to reference. Alright, so to start off with, this guy was actually like a desert animal, apparently, which is interesting. So we're just gonna go with kind of, well, basically this shape. Alright then. Right, I basically am going to be using reference to a lot. So we're going to draw a fellow who's just kind of plodding to the next... Just kind of plodding to the next... watering hole. So we're going to go kind of a dusty color. Okay then, so tail appears to be about half the length. That makes sense. Hey, Soldier Second Red Raven. Hello, hello. We are drawing a desert friend, and we're gonna darken the background a little bit, just so we can see what we're doing. I think I know what to do with this guy. I think I know what to do. Hold on. So this guy was how big was he? Like that. I think color reference. Color reference. Using mammals as color reference for these guys is always a bit of a risk. But I kind of want like this thing to be like oryx colored. I think that would be fun. Gemsbok would, I mean Gemsbok, I do not pronounce it that way. Arabian oryx, maybe? I do like the idea of this guy having like kind of sandy on top, but like dark colors underneath, because that's been consistent with how I've been drawing sauropods anyway. So I think we'll roll with that. Yeah, don't even need to copy the oryxy thing. Alright then, let's carry on. Let's move. I'm just gonna delete that. Don't need to. I can eyeball this. I'm a man. I can eyeball things. Yes, the warm-up drawing was different. Different brushes used. Okay then, tail needs to be thicker. There we go. We're proceeding. We are sailing to Philadelphia. Yeah, so that skeleton and that one are kind of different. So that one is quite a straight hindquarters, but this one, the artist has chosen to make their back more curved. So we are going to compromise a little bit between those two, because unfortunately I don't have the original reference material, do I? That would be too convenient. I also do want to draw this fella with like a fat tail. Largely because, like, for a desert creature. Because that's... Apparently that's, the environment that this fella lived in was, like, quite arid. So, would have made sense to, like, store a lot of fat in the tail, as a lot of modern reptiles do. The tail's just a handy place to stick it. Unlike stupid mammals, which, have to stick it everywhere else. Alright, and the skull, that reference does not have a skull, but this one does, so we're just going to make it kind of a blunt shape, like this. There we go. He's a long boy. Yeah, this is a long boy, but, like, as you can see by the size reference, not that long. Yeah, so the size reference, that reference, and basically that skeleton sketch of a related species are different, so I need to compromise between all this somehow. Oh boy, so the tail is wonky and I do not like that. Tail is wonky, I do not like that. Tail's still wonky. The saving grace for sauropods is that you don't really need to bother doing, like, feathery stuff on them, so that's nice. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give this guy a bit of a humpback. So put shoulders there, and we're gonna have a bit of a divot. Like so, and we're gonna have this be a bit darker. Forward limbs. And judging from that, they're just kind of chunky off the chest, like so. Like so. I can try something new here. I'm just going to scribble these in. Okay, so that is definitely the reference I'm going to be going off, because this guy, like, look at that lower limb. Generally, with animals, like, if the lower part of the limb is longer, that means the thing is either adapted for walking or running. This guy probably liked to walk long distances if they were just going from water source to water source. The hell was this thing called again? Let's save it so we know. Volcanosaurs. Also, fun fact, the thing is called that because the area which it lived was very volcanic. So, like, it was found in a whole bunch of, like, in and around volcanic rock. So, Vulcanodon. Which means volcano tooth. Which makes sense, because just reading Wikipedia on this guy just before I started stream, because its teeth were... Yeah, some of its teeth were found. Doesn't really show up on the reference I pulled up. But its teeth are kind of blade-like, which is why people thought it wasn't a sauropod. They thought it was a prosauropod, like the thing that just came before the sauropods. I asked for a prophecy for the Oracle of Philadelphia, but they just gave me a Java update. Oh no! Sauropods do tend to be pretty long. Yeah, it's like... It comes to the point that when you see, like, a squished one, they're like strange. It's, like, strange to see. I'm scribbling on the wrong layer, aren't I? Yes, I am. Right, so there we got a limb. We've got a perfectly nice limb. Look at this limb. Isn't it great? Actually, let's draw this limb over here. According to that reference, the thing actually has, like... That is very... Zoom in on this. That is quite... I'm not going to say primitive, because that's not in vogue. Basal sauropod feet. Like, you compare that to later stuff, which is, like, actual pillars. And this guy's like, oh no, this guy still has kind of, like, feet that look like feet, rather than just there's something holding up a roof. Alright, so, like, so... And a little bit of toe there. And like something like that. Nice juicy chicken leg. Yum yum. Yum yum. Yum 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 yum. Very interesting. Very interesting. Quite blunt front feet, eh? Yay. Perfect. Alright, now. Rear limbs. Going to darken that a smidge. Like so. Go over there for a second, and we're just gonna work out how would this work. There we go. Just get the orientation of the limbs correct. In this particular case, this limb would be straighter because it's on the ground. So we're gonna go here, rotatey. I'm gonna need to make the background even darker, aren't I? Yes, yes I am. So I can see what the hell I'm doing. There we go. So the warm-up drawing was related to it. Yes! I like to do that. I like to do that with the warm-up drawings. I like to be like, okay, this is what we're doing. What is a silly thing we can make of that? So yeah, Volcanodon. Although this is more Volcano back, or whatever the hell this is. That face! Oh, that face. Don't let this dinosaur in. Don't let him into wherever. Alright, so rear limbs, we're just going to... Whoops. We're going to do this. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oops. That's not good. That's good. We like that. It's kind of doing a steppy forward. Good, 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 good. I did make the tail... Paleontologists are generally pretty good at this, kind of thing, but yeah, I think a chunky tail would suit this quite well. Okay, I need to actually draw on the drawing. Get away with a little bit of a less chunky tail. Right, nice fatty tail right there. More of a pubis, though. You gotta have the pubis. Whoops. So this kind of pokes out like so. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Me likey, me likey. And judging by the skull of reference to, it's got that kind of domey shape. Nice. Okay then, this dinosaur's gonna be pretty quick to draw, I think. See here, sauropod feet are nothing to write home about in terms of complexity. Okay, sir, I'm gonna have to move you down here so I can see your delightful tootsies. It is time for toes! They haven't actually found its toes. Remarkable. How many toes do you have, sir? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So, for here, forward limbs, and we're gonna make this a little bit darker, just a little bit. So, we're gonna do something like this. You know what would be a good idea? You wouldn't even see it from this side, so 1, 2... 1... Probably can do a bit bigger than that. So I'm going to just do this. 3... Something like that, and we'll put claws on the inner one, because that was how sauropod foots tended to work. There we go. they bigger is the question. Nah, they're not that big. That'll do. Nice. And then the rear foots. Hold on a second. Are just kind of like almost almost dinosaur pattern feet, which is interesting. Just shows off how this guy was still getting the hang of the whole sauropody thing. That's forward limbs, like so. Rotate a little bit forward like that. Yes, please, and thank you. I made the ankles quite chunky, didn't I? So, right. How are we doing, chat? Are we doing well? I hope we're doing well. How many toes did this guy have? Probably 5. Right, so I'm just gonna draw some freaking toes. I'm thinking about toes. Ah! Someone has contacted me over the internet. It is time to panic. Ah! Panic time is now. Are you ready for panic time? You aren't? Oh no. Looks like I'm gonna have to panic for you. Ah! Right, and we're going to... It's possibly quite a lazy way to do the feet. The innermost toe of these guys is actually quite big. By the looks of it, let's see, which toe is that? That is indeed the innermost one. So I should not be lazy. Whoops. Awesome. Okay, now we need to... Wait, did I draw on the wrong layer? No, I didn't. Wait, I did. Ah, no! No, 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 no. Also, just realized I did all these claws are all funny. They're all just wrong. They're all just slightly wrong, and this will not do. Did I do these wrong? No, I did not. That looks funny. We will fix it. So... there we go. And that claw is different from that one. Ah! It never ends. Dinosaurs never end. Actually, ending is one of the things they are most famous for. The fact that they are dead. Apart from birds. And by the way some birds act, you'd think that the Mesozoic never ended. I'm looking at you, golden eagles. Oh yeah, there's a fun fact. There were things that were converging on modern eagles and hawks while the non-avian dinosaurs were still around. Because pterosaurs weren't particularly good at filling that niche, and so they just evolved into it. It was impressive and cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna add another little claw here. Add another little claw right here. Wait. I said add a claw. No! There we go. Claw added. This guy has foots. This guy has foots. This guy has foots. Can you believe that this guy has foots? Probably should make one more toe visible. From here. There we go. Jolly good. That is indeed a sauropod foot, mostly. My reference material is not good. Actually, I just realized that there are longer toes than that. Which means I need to scooch that guy back quite a lot. Oh boy. Yep, I need to scooch him back quite a bit. There we go. Ah! Are we panicking? What are we panicking about? I'd like to know what we're panicking about. There we go. That's what we like. And then this fella, slightly longer, slightly longer. There we go, that's definitely a foot. And over here, yep, set this guy back a little bit. Whoops. Then extend this claw just a smidge. Like so. We are getting the feet right as best we can with our questionable reference materials. Hell yeah. Right, I'm just gonna bulk up the front of these limbs a little bit more, because this thing is damn near like Asian elephant size, so it's like not a small dinosaur. Well, it's not a small animal. By sauropod standards, later ones, this thing was colossal. I mean, this thing was not colossal. What am I saying? What am I saying? Yeah, it's pretty good. Ah, it's pretty good right there. And now the skull. We must work out the skull. This is a low resolution. I nearly said photograph, but the skull is kind of just over there. So we're just going to do a little black dot. There's a little black dot floating in the ocean. It's got the eyeball over here. We're just gonna have like a little grrr, now he's angry. There we go. There's our desert walking friend. Me like it. Me like it indeed. Okay, let's put some colors on this guy. That's basically it, really. Alright, so size reference, you go away for a second. Right, I have drawn this thing with a slightly longer neck than other fellas, but that's okay. Okay, let's do that, and I'm going to take a huge chance and merge this fella down. It's interesting, like, yeah, the limbs, once you've drawn it, you realize, hey, the limbs of this are interesting. Quite a leggy fella. Quite a leggy dinosaur. Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Reference 2 goes on drawing, thank you. There we go. Alright. Colors. Colors. This is where I actually do need that color reference, so I'm going to put that right back in. Color reference. This dinosaur's easy. Easy. We're doing so well. Right, we need a nice Arabian oryx color, except we can, if we so choose. Let's go here. Something like this. Something like this, yes. We don't need to worry about the horns. We can dehorn this oryx. We are allowed. Tidy Tidy, tidy, tidy. Tidy, tidy, tidy. So kind of just dark limbs. Dark face markings. So the drawing, what we can do this for new. Just make that slightly darker. So something like that. And now, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make those dark. I'm going to make those properly dark. Like so. Actually, you know what I could do? Right, darkness, imprisoning me, all that I see, absolute horror, there we go. Alright, let's see here. Huh. That's not it? Okay. Fill similar colors. If we do that, what is... Whoops, too much. Still getting the hang of the fill tool. Whoops. There we go. So we've got this kind of chocolatey color. Chocolate. Delicious chocolate. And we're going to have some lovely counter shading there with chocolate to balance it out. Give me the chocolate. Give me the chocolate. Give me the chocolate car. Right, so something like this. No idea whatsoever if this is actually what this fellow would be looking like. No way to tell, really. Hello? There we go. Gimp, don't freak out on me now. Don't freak out on me now! Alright then. And I simply must draw some kind of stripy things on this guy, otherwise I'm going to feel weird. Also, I must smudge this for my own sanity. There we go, now it looks less scribbled on. Need to make the limbs blend in a little bit better, so same here. Right, so now, I guess a little bit of stripes on the neck and under the eyes would do the trick very nicely. So we've got a kind of teardrop shape over there, and over here. Yes. This is literally my favorite part of, like, drawing dinosaurs, just imagining what patterns that they'll have on them, because it's just so cool. It's so cool to imagine these, like, beautiful creatures just being themselves. That's kind of the goal of this book. Just in case anyone was wondering, this is actually, like, essentially the draft pictures for a children's book that I have in my video. I don't know if it'll ever get published. But, you know, it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. Look at this friend. Look at this friend. Being very dinosaur. Being the most dinosaur of all. Yay. Yay! This is a nice vibey stream. Nice and vibey, delicious vibbles. Right, that's basically it for color, really. What else do we need to add here? Not much. That's basically it. What else can we do here? Maybe a bit more white, maybe a bit of spots. Maybe I like the idea of a speckly underbelly for this fella. I'm not sure why. Oh, wait. Kind of something like this. There we go. And kind of something like this as well. Damn it. There we go. And a little bit of smudging. A little bit of smudgy wudgy. Whoops. Wrong smudgy wudgy. Wrong. Oh, I like that, actually. Neat. All right, Vulcanosaurus, looking pretty good. I think. Actually, yeah, maybe a slightly paler back. That is something I wanted to do for this guy specifically. It's gonna look a little funny, but like, you know. There we go, just a bit of lightness up there. Just a hint of the basically snowy colored fellas that we were doing before. There we go. Hello, Azusa! Hello, hello. We've made a desert friend. That doesn't have a mouth yet. Doesn't have a mouth yet, it must scream. Or as people were saying in the YouTube comments not too long ago, I have no mouth, but I must cram. Hold on. Where's reference to? Color reference. Yeah, that jaw goes basically past the eyes, so the actual mouth would end just before the eyes, which I have basically done. There we go. There's our friend. There's our desert walking friend. Look at him. Jolly good. Alright. And size reference looks like that. It's vaguely the right shape, that's for sure. Alright, so I'm tempted to leave that as is, actually. There we go. I don't see a wife in this drawing yet. This dinosaur could be someone's wife. You don't know that. How dare you presume? How dare you presume? The addition of wife is an improvement to everything. Actually, the reason that this dinosaur looks so weird is because it's the wife to this guy. Dear, it's like, ugh, why did I marry this idiot? He flirts with everyone and everything. He's got a friggin' volcano on his back. Hello, Dino Wolf. Ah. Welcome to the dinosaur drawing stream. We are drawing a dinosaur. We've just drawn it. We are going to put scales on this fella and then call it a day. I like how world-weary this guy looks. It's like, ugh, the Jurassic has just started. And here I am. So tired, so thirsty. Why did I evolve into a desert dinosaur? 70, and the size is nice and small. Right, let's go like so, and let's go from the back. Hardness, a little bit less hardness. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. A bit of texture. A bit of texture. A bit of texture for our friend here. Let's check in. Yeah, no, actually that's not bad, but let's do this instead. Let's not do that. What was it? What was the size I just did? It's about that. Nope, I goofed. Alright, I'm gonna draw something here. Whoops. Right, I'm gonna do this. So that's our little... That is our custom brush that we're going to use. Oh, bollocks. Right, duplicate brush right there. Spacing is about 70. Should have done this ages ago. 50. There we go. What dino is this? This is Volcanosaur. Volcanodon. Volcanodon, I should say. Not sure why I said Volcanosaurus, jeez. So yeah, this is an early Jurassic sauropod, one of the earliest ever found. And yeah, not the first, but quite an early one, so it's still kind of getting the hang of being a sauropod, so to speak. That looks too spotty. It's too spotty. We can do better than this. We can do better than that. Of all the times for me to try and figure out how to make scales correctly. So we're gonna go like this. There we go. There we go. Duplicate brush. There it is. Delete that brush because we don't need it. We need this brush. And spacing of about 30, 36. Maybe on 65. Perfect. How does that look? That looks good. Let's do that. Let's try stuff. Yes. Whoops. Don't go crazy. Okay. It's still kind of spotty, which I'm not a huge fan of. Once again, me trying to find shortcuts is not actually shortcutting anything. Not shortcutting anything at all. Just do the scales the way you know how, sir. There we go. Dino Waifu is amazing. I still do getting the hang of being a sauropod. Oh yeah, I've never gotten the hang of it. Never even really started to try, honestly. It was just too much. It was too much for me. So if we do this, yes, yes, yes. There we go. There's our scales. There we go. There we go. Man, quite a lean and mean fella here, actually. Does this guy have scoots on his legs? I don't know. Maybe not. Why did I do that? That was not smart. Yay. Oops. There we go. Better scales right there. Okay, I like... Sauropods are easy dinosaurs to draw, generally speaking. Generally speaking. Okay, then. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Right in the most egregious spots. You just do that a little bit. Just a little bit of this. There we go. I think that's our friend there. Quite a generic looking friend, but that's okay. And I'm just going to do... What am I going to do? I'm going to do some of this. There we go. Tidy this up a little bit. There we go. You guys must have a lot of blooming onions there. Blooming onion, but with no onion and no blooming. They're authentic. Outback Steakhouse has them. Outback Steakhouse, that's Australian. You cheeky person. You cheeky person. I'm in New Zealand, which is like Australia, but smaller and with less job opportunities. Okay. That is our dinosaur. We are ahead of schedule. We have a whole hour to do an epic Ready for Africa. But first we need size reference, so... Yeah, this is a small fella. Alright, so... Its shoulder height is about shoulder height with a human being, which is quite interesting. So we're gonna go there. Size comparison. I need a new layer for this. Right there. This person's shoulder is about level with their shoulder, like this. Alright, let's flip this and see how bad it looks. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I could squish you over, but I don't want to, so... Yeah, that's the size of it. Jolly good. We did it. So I'm going to take my little ad break, because we just knocked out a dinosaur super fast. Outback Steakhouse and a lot less deadly. Yeah, New Zealand, let's be honest, New Zealand does not have a lot of deadly stuff. Literally the most dangerous land animal here, by number of people killed and or injured, is sheep. No joke. So, I'm going to leave you looking at this. I'm going to go pour myself a vitamin water. You knocked out a dinosaur, I hope it's okay. Oh, well, yeah, look at him. He's absolutely fine. Look at him, look at him. Okay, then. I'm going to vanish temporarily. I'm going to run some ads. I'll be right back with you. I'm back. Yeah. Alright then. Hello, Orange. Welcome, welcome. Let me show you what we've done on the stream. First, I will show my face. Ah! There's my face. Alright, so our warm-up drawing was a volcano. This is Volcanosaurus. And this is Vulcanodon. A desert-dwelling early sauropod. As you can see, they look very tired. Very, very tired indeed. They're just plodding through the desert. Okay then. Now it's time for Ready for Africa. What a wise jump scare indeed. Alright, so how do we want to be ready for Africa today? I want to draw an Africa from scratch. You know how you can just draw Africa from scratch? I feel like drawing like, there's that thing, what's it? What the hell was that? I forget what it's called, but anyway, apparently, was it Prehistoric Planet, Ice Age, came out recently. I have not watched it because it's on friggin' Apple TV, but I've seen clips of it. There was a species of, Enhydriodon, I think it's called. There's a species of giant otter, that, like, existed back then that was, like, bullying saber-toothed cats, or possibly could have. And so I want to draw a boxing match between that guy and an actual lion. So we're just gonna do something like this. We're gonna have an African landscape in the background. So we're gonna start with a blue sky. Grass. Like so. What? What? There we go. And I remember there was a trick I did for drawing grass. Let's go here. Let's make it slightly more yellowy. And you do... what do? You do this. You do this, and then you do... oh, the opacity is down, that's why it's not working. You do this, and then you do this, a little less, and you do this, you do this, like so. And then you have a grass brush. There, duplicate that so it's our little grassy brush. Can I name that? I don't know. Probably. So, if we do that, we just gonna do this. And we can do dynamics. If we do dynamics oh, not again. Not again. Why? Where is it? Tool options, thank you. Alright, so not random dynamics. Can we do... none of that is useful. What's basic simple? That's not helpful. Alright, so this is where I get to play around a little bit. Alright, so pen generic. That's not... what? Why would I do that? Right, that's meant to be used for a thing. Oh dear. Tilt angle? Track direction. Sure, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Random color? Oh, yucky. Okay. Great. Ooh. The gradient. Custom. Nope. So. Oh. Right. Got it. That could be fun, though. Okay, nope, let's do this and this. Jolly good. Wow, I'm glad I found this. What fun. Okay, and edit that. So what happens if you do this? Nope, that's not gonna work. Australia is just a sweaty meta for PvPers. It actually isn't. That's actually Africa, really. Honestly, worse than the Africa server. It's not. I like playing on the Antarctica server. Yeah, it's tough environment, but low competition. You just get to be a midge. Man, GIMP has some really in-depth tools. It does, but was that sarcasm? I wouldn't blame you if that was sarcasm. Let's go. What do we want to be? Yeah, a lot of these dynamic things just do the same thing. Also, bear in mind, I'm drawing with a mouse. So, let's go... What's it? Turn this off. Let's do something like that. And then... something like this. Something like this. Why am I bothering with this? I guess I'm just drawing grass at the moment. That looks vaguely grassy, doesn't it? Oh dear, hold on. Right, ground we should do there. So ground looks like that. And grass is gonna be a bit bigger, just so my life's easier. Spacing, almost no spacing. We need thick-ass grass. Thick-ass grass. So you know what we can do? We can... Oh, yeah, that's what we'll do. If you just go back and forth, you can do this. Yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, you can have horribly inconsistent grass. There we go. Move all that grass down a bit. Where's the ground? Ground, move it down a bit. And text is going to go up there. I'm going to block in that text. So it's going to be like... Ready for Africa. It's gonna be a friggin' match between a giant otter and a lion. Because, fun fact, those the giant otters. Let me actually show you what I'm talking about. Where is it? In Hickory. Bodan? So yeah, this is how big these bastards were. So that was a, not all the species of Enhydriodon were this big. You have to also hope that that is an otter, and that it didn't have funny proportions. There's the ground, looks down. Ah! Oh yeah, for the helicopter challenge I should build today. It's gonna have bull propellers. Nice. Sometimes we PvP other people outside for fun. Jeez. Choosing the gradient of the variable, that's pretty neat. Yep. Okay, that wasn't sarcastic, gotcha. So anyway, we're gonna draw a messed up giant otter. Because I've been drawing dinosaurs a lot, and you know, I really do want to draw some prehistoric mammals, because prehistoric mammals are my one true love. My one true love, prehistoric mammals. Don't tell my girlfriend that! So we're gonna have a nice sandy color. gonna have a long fella over here. Like here. That actually goes behind the grass. Can I draw an otter face, is the question. Is this going to be an otter catastrophe? I mean, if you draw an otter, draw a noodle with attitude, and you're already most of the way there. So it's gonna be like, what is it gonna be like? What's it gonna be like? I've drawn a Muppet. I've drawn a freaking Muppet. Chat, I've drawn a Muppet. Tell me to stop. Let's not draw a Muppet. Let's draw something more fun than a Muppet. There we go. There we go. Big pointy teeth. Whoops. This is what otters look like, right? I don't know. I've never drawn an otter before in my life. I'm not about to start now, apparently. I have successfully drawn a bug-eyed freak. It's gonna have little ears. Like right so. Actually, no. It's gonna have ears like this. And then it's gonna have little things like here. Alright, so we've managed to make a noodle. More of a co-op PvP kind of person? Me too. I don't think I'm ready, Africa. Now I'm afraid because I don't know how to prepare for or how. Just be prepared for everything. Brief DIK for the species to be rather humorous. Could also try line build, but same risk. Some human plays might get you, which kind of sucks. Could try line build, but same risk. Looks like an angry worm. So far, yes. Of course, the human build is generally top of the meta, but playing the human build in Africa also has high PvP risk with other human players. Yep. Yep. I like how my Enhydriodon is essentially... Yeah, it's an angry noodle. Angry noodle, angry noodle, angry noodle. Also, the Ready for Africa is like so relaxing because I do not need to get this right at all. If I say this is a giant prehistoric otter, who's gonna argue? You? Didn't think so. You seeing this guy? I'm gonna draw fat too. Fat otter. Fat bastard. Do. Also going to give him a little bit more of a neck for humorous purposes. did something like this, would people be mad? Probably not. Right, let's do this. Let's do this. Giant, horrible otter. Horrible, horrible creature. Whoops. Alright, save that up. Let's go over here. Gimp work. And Hydriodon versus lion ready for Africa. I actually kind of want to draw this guy's tail, just kind of poking out there. Hee hee. Okay then, lion time. Similar color palette, but different. First thing you need to know about the lion is domain. I'm having a good time, having a good time. Can you tell I'm having a good time? Drawing angry Muppets fighting each other. Alright, so this is 920, so what is it? 960 is not here. That'll frickin' do. Gonna go here. Big liony face. Big liony face being liony. There, yes, yes, yes. And same deal. For the record, just in case people are wondering, I think this species of giant otter died out just before lions evolved, so it is possible that lions are only a thing in Africa and fill the niche they do, because these horrible wet weasels died out. Oh god, I'm drawing... What's that? What's the dog from the Muppets? Like, Ralph the dog or something? I'm drawing a messed up version of him, I just realized. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Not a white nose. Not a white nose for our friend here. Oh my lordy, this is Ralph the dog. This is Ralph the dog, rabid. Oh god. This is weirdly freaky. Yep, that's lion-shaped, for sure. Gonna give him a bit of a chin, though. And ears. Yay! You know what I'm gonna do as well? I'm going to smear this a bit. I'm also going to do this and do a bit of a gradient. So that, and if I do this, interesting. Why are you being like that, huh? Why you gotta be like that? Aha! Explains everything. Uh-huh. What's going on here? Oh, I messed with the gradient, that's why. Uh-oh. There we go. So if I do that now, does it come back? Oh, that's just the old gradient tool. Okay, jolly good, noted. Oh god, oh god. What the hell what just happened? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, I don't want the custom gradient anymore. Help! Let's do that. There we go. Let's give this guy big shoulders, because lion needs big shoulders for shouldery things. Gonna give him longer limbs too. He's gonna have an arm up here like rawr. It's gonna be like rawr. Rawr, 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 rawr. I feel like a little kid just like drawing things fighting. Funny. It's a funny life we lead. Damn it. Why are claws hard? Why are claws hard? It's so they can cut things, obviously. Okay then, we're doing great. Being a dog would be a bit rough, yep. Wildline's always best friends with hairdressers. They're their main guy, yep. Lions are their own hairdressers. They lick themselves clean, the disgusting perverts. This is probably the most safer work I've been on any bullseye stream. Yep, you're just sticking with animal puns, and we're very proud of you, Azusa. We'd be proud of you regardless, but, like, we're extra proud of you today. You know what, I'm gonna shoot this hand out, like, a lot more. It's gonna go over here, because the other hand is gonna be like, rawr. Rawr. It's gonna be like, rawr. Oi. Whoops. Rawr. Rawr. Whoops. I know how to draw claws. I know how to draw claws. I've been drawing claws for years. I've been drawing Santa Claus, in fact. That's how many claws I've been drawing. These little friggin' toe beans right here. Okay, I need to make this look more like a limb and not like a walking stick. Right, we got a muscly lion here. My money is on the lion in this fight, by the way. So if we move the critters just this way a little bit, I'm gonna have enough room. Alright, layer, image. What's the layer to image size? And we're gonna go like so. This is a funny image I've drawn. It's very silly. It's very silly. Rawr. Alright, I just want to go check something. Do. Also going to include labels. Oops. Did I spell that right? Whoops. There we go. Okay, let's go here. And here we're gonna go and oops. There Leo. Merge down. This is honestly, it just looks like the one on the right is wearing a bad lion costume, and they're just like cosplaying or something. Oh dear. And labels are like so. We're gonna have a super cool gradient. Probably. Linear. What the absolute hell is this? Okay. Need to change that. Not the hard edge. There we go. Alright, so labels, color, invert. Neat! That's already for Africa. We could put shading and stuff on this, but I don't want to. Do you have Vanat or am I safe? What? Boo, stop lying, you're a cheater. Hey, this... What did the cat say to the other cat when he lied about the rules of monument? Stop lying, you're a cheater. Okay, there we go. Did I save this? I did. Did I export this? Not yet. So, while people are talking about their art and possibly sharing it, I'm going to just quickly... Where are we? I'm going to put my watermark on this, because that's what I do. Just in case. Not that... I'm pretty sure no one wants to steal my art, but you know what? You can't be too careful. There we go. Going to export that to Why is art so far down here? What the hell? Okay, there we go. Alright. V is for Vulcanodon. Export. Perfect. Did I export this? Yes, I did. Alright, recap. There's our starting soon screen. There's our Volcanosaurus, who is very flirty. There's Vulcanodon. And here's our Ready for Africa, featuring an extinct giant otter and a lion. Alright, no fan art today, just regular art. Need a moment to export. Nice, nice, nice. Is Driver in chat? Where Driver? Driver ain't here, but looks of it. Oh. Okay. Who's, oh, Ralston is, streaming. Claire Obscura. The most French JRPG ever made. Ugh. This was a fast stream today. We knocked out the sauropod fella, like, right quick. He does look a little flat, but, like, shading does help with that. Oh, yum. Oh, vitamin water. What am I gonna do today now? Oh, what am I gonna do? There's gotta be a way to make this pop a little more. Maybe let's try a sunset, actually. Background 2. Yay! What the? Background 2. That's right, I'm a sucker for a sunset, you know? I'm a sucker for a sunset. Is this going to be a good sunset, is the question. Why does that look green? You know what works better than that is something like this. And now both of these idiots blend in the bloody background too much, so we're gonna darken them. Nope. Nope. We'll do blue sky, shall we? Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Did I not? Oh, I didn't export this. Shock horror. Okay, let's just do this. Ready for Africa. Okay, gonna add a bit. For the rest of the day, you should play Potono. I'm saving that for the live streams, thank you very much. I'm going to play Dragon's Dogma 2 on the easiest difficulty because I'm a big wuss when it comes to gaming. I'm a big fat wuss, and I like to play games for fun. Alright. Yay. Oh dear. Open link. Oh no. Oh no, those are good clouds, by the way. Nice one. Did you know that the 222M is very annoying to shape in FTD? I can imagine. Yep, every time I've tried to make anything shaped right. Free fuel, zero landing fees. Damn, this is evolution at work. Nice one, Dreek Fire. Oh, and like I said, very nice clouds. Very nice clouds. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, so if that's all the guest art we have, let's raid out into Ralston VT. Unless you're planning on adding a little bit more. In which case, don't worry too much about it. Alright, let's go raid Ralston. Dicks are easy. Play games for fun, unheard of. Make more dicks. I will make more dicks in my own time. No, that was already added. Okay. Alright, let's go. Raid Ralston VT, and I've got art to send him. Let's go. Raid Ralston. Raid Ralston VT. Playing the most French JRPG ever made. Or the most JRPG French thing ever made. Alright, all of you take care. Remember to subscribe if you're watching this later on YouTube. I would appreciate it. Art is hard to promote on YouTube, so I need all the help I can get. Please and thank you. So, all of you have a good one. I will see you next week, same time. This stream was reasonably short, but that's because the dinosaur was fast to draw. We'll draw something complicated next time, probably. Farewell! Wait, no, I didn't. No, raid, then end stream. Raid and then end stream, you stupid person.